Time to buckle up, guys, because 2025 ain't getting any better. First off, I think I've said it a million times, but thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I never thought I would grow this fast. We're not even a year into the channel, actually March 1st, so in a couple of days we'll be a year into this channel. Might as well just get it over with and do a little face reveal. It was gonna happen one day or another, so here I am. Yours truly, Bobby Belts. All right, I know I'm no Brad Pitt, but I'm a fat white mechanic. Who'd have thought? Well, ex-mechanic. And I'll tell you, I mean, I have told you actually why I left the industry. Pretty much, I've been messing with cars since I was 15 in high school. I made 2 stories about it. One was a reason why people are quitting, which was Death of a Mechanic. You guys can check that video out if you haven't already. And my most popular video on this channel would be Life of a Mechanic, which now I think is at 140,000 views, which is it's insane. I really wish I was monetized when that video came out, but better late than never. I'll say that I'm definitely not prepped for the camera. I don't know what the heck that is. I think that was a pimple or something. I'm no model. I don't normally wear a hat, although I have this like weird cowlick. So I just figured I'd put this on. And yeah, I'm wearing some of the merch that you can find on our website, www.bobbybelts.com. And I'm in my dirty, filthy garage with my trusty US General tool cart. Yeah, it's a cart. And today I'm gonna go over why I think my opinions on 2025 is not gonna be a good year as an auto mechanic. So maybe you clicked on this video because you're not happy. Maybe you're part of the 88% of technicians. Wait for that truck to roll by, wait for that car to roll by. Maybe you're part of the 88% of technicians that would consider leaving their job last year. That's the actual number of technicians that said they want to change careers, which is, it's alarming. If this was one conglomerate, one company that had 88 employees, 88% of their employees, I'm sorry, wanting to just up and leave, I'd be scared as a CEO, as a president, or someone with power. That's still alarming throughout the whole entire field. I know there's different stories and different jobs as an auto mechanic, but the fact is, people are tired. People are getting tired. A lot of the old guys that had the meat and potatoes of the job, where they're working on 80s carbureted, simple points and condensers, they're either gone or getting the hell out. And I don't blame them, because it's only getting worse. And then that's coming down to like the next part of this, which is everything's getting more technical. It has been. Everything's getting more electrical, even if it comes down to just EVs. There needs to be training for that. A lot of people don't come out of school with 100% training on electric vehicles or whatever. And that's another thing. If you're a good technician, the company wants you to excel. Hopefully the dealership wants you to excel, but they don't want to lose you as a profit maker. In order to put you into school, into training, it's going to cost them. Cost them a week of you sending you there, paying for the training, and a week loss of the work that you could be doing. So it kind of like, it's a double-edged sword from them, and they just usually will just keep you and pump you with other work. Yeah, that's the sucky thing about it. But in terms of last year, the pay rate of a automotive technician has excelled from 39 to 41,000 annually. That's the average. And if you ask me, that ain't good enough for what we do, especially when you've been to school, these organizations that tote being a mechanic. Oh, you make 100,000 easy, 100,000. I was told that back in 2010 when I was in high school for recruiters for like Lincoln Tech and UTI. 100,000 easy, 100,000, you can make that. Maybe not so much, especially how warranty times keep diminishing. And if it's a labor time, just paying cash, oh man, you better be quick and tear apart a whole bunch of stuff fast and make sure you don't break anything along the way. And look under the hood of the V6 Bronco. I've never worked on one. I got out of the industry before those came out, and I'm just like, yeah, let's do a valve cover. Let's do something simple on that, right? Remove all those useless hoses, in my opinion. That's what we're facing here. There's just gonna be more of an evolution on that. There's no simplicity. I think the last simple car I have ever worked on, newest simpler car I've ever worked on, was probably like a 2013, 2014 Mitsubishi Mirage. And I'm talking, that thing's 90s simple. Serpentine belts that aren't like, they're tension-wise, like, I don't know if anybody remembers the old alternators that sat on one of those swing bolts. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but someone will know what I mean. That type of simple. So much room, it's a 3-cylinder, old Mitsubishi style stuff, and they're pretty reliable. I have a friend who has one. I think I've talked about this before. She is my best friend's wife. And shout out to Andrew, he's been on the podcast, our one podcast. She's bought that car ever since, like her first car brand new. I think it has almost 60,000, above 60,000 miles. They called me like a month ago saying, hey, the car won't start. I think it's the starter. Someone says it's the starter. And I was like, oh, whatever. I'm tangenting here. But the battery was dead. That was the original battery from 2013. That's, I mean, a battery, but still, that's impressive. I just wanted to say that. But moving on back on to what we're talking about here, being an automotive technician in 2025. Yeah, I think it's going to get rough because we're going to be dealing with a lot of complicated vehicles. They're just going to keep getting more complex. We have seen a swing of retention from electric vehicles, EVs, which are very complex vehicles to begin with. Less moving parts, but more electrical gremlins. A lot of their automakers have kind of pushed back on that whole, we're going to a completely electric vehicle fleet by 2030, by 2035, whatever the case is. A lot of them saying, no, we want to make V8s again. Salute to you.
Meant to conclude that even with pulling away from an entire EV fleet, there's still going to be complexities with working on the modern day cars.
Now let's talk quick about the car market now. That's going to be an effect on mechanics too. So cars are expensive. They've been expensive. They're going to keep getting more expensive, and a lot of people are going to look at that price tag, and for a Toyota Camry, they're not going to pay $40,000. I mean, I don't care how nice it is. That's a Toyota Camry. For $40,000, you'd expect a luxury vehicle. That being said, people are now opting for used cars, which now takes back the market on used cars to being affordable. They're becoming new car prices, expected new car prices, which then also takes warranty work and new work away from mechanics. If you're buying a used car, I'm not going to take my pre-owned vehicle unless I have some type of warranty or deal with the dealership. I'm not bringing it to the dealership. I'm going to an independent shop, and hopefully the independent shop will know what they're working on and it's not too far advanced. But that brings down even cheaper cars on the private market value. I've been trying to do this for a while now. You go back 10, 12, 13 years ago, and you could find a winter beater, just a daily driver for $1,000. I mean, every day. Simple Toyota Corolla, $95,000. Camry, $1,000. You can get a V6 Mustang for $1,000. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to see if that is still alive. And it is the worst thing in the world. I am losing my mind. You think like, okay, maybe I get something that's really disgustingly beat up, running and driving for $1,000. No, what I've been getting is, oh yeah, runs and drives great, needs a transmission. How does it run and drive great? That's affecting a down the list type of deal for car sales, which will affect dealership mechanics. Fleet mechanics will be fine. They're just gonna keep on being fleet mechanics. And even some mom and pop shop mechanics, give or take. Technicians that I know are still in dealership jobs. And they're just saying there's no work. If it's work, it's warranty work, and it's crap. So that's something to look forward to, especially with, I'm not gonna try to get into politics here, but trades and tariffs. There's gonna be a lot of trades and tariffs. A lot of stuff has been made overseas for the longest time. I'd love for them to be made here. Personally, if you ask me, I think American-made parts may be a little more expensive than the cheaper alternatives, but they last. And if they are made here, they should be cheaper because there's no import fees. And they hopefully better be quality made. But that's not happening anytime soon. So that's going to be a problem because a lot of people even dealer parts are made overseas. So there's some struggles when it comes to being a tech in 2025. I feel like I'm echoing a lot in my other videos and just videos in general. People are saying how burnt out they are, how unappreciative they are, how the juice ain't worth the squeeze, the pay isn't there for the amount of work you're doing. That story may not be exactly how everybody's going about things. Some people probably actually have good experience as a technician. They're making good money. They love the work they do. And maybe they don't feel burnt out. I mean, a lot of people do. It's a physically demanding job, as all technicians know. And there's some ergonomical ways of getting around it, but that kind of eats up time. And if you're on a flat rate system, which I freaking hate, you don't have time for anything. But that's my little rant. So in conclusion, I think 2025 is going to be rough on the technician. The pay's not stepping up to what the amount of work we're doing, work they're doing, not me, The parts are going to be harder to get by. They're going to be more expensive for the customer. The customer may not want to pay those prices. They may just say, screw it, I'll get rid of the car or trade on or do this, whatever. The wait time because of trades and tariffs or part availability, that's going to hurt people. And just working on cars is going to physically hurt you, regardless if you like it or not. I got the scars to prove it. I'm no hand model either. But I just see this trend of harder work, stagnant pay, and taking a toll out on your body. That's why I don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, at least this year. But maybe there'll be a change. Maybe automakers will say, hey, maybe we should stop making like overly complex cars that are breaking down all the time, because this is a throwout era age. No one rebuilds anything anymore. If it breaks, toss it out, get a new one. If it breaks, yeah, you know, I'll just buy another one. Buy two, why not? I mean, not cars, but maybe you have that money. Yeah, maybe the industry will say, hey, we got no people to work on these. Cars are still one of those things that you need to fix. You can't really just throw away a brand new car. In the next 5 years, I've read, there's going to be a need for over 1 million mechanics. Now that's a big number, a round number. Everybody uses the word 1 million, but if we keep going in this downward trend of 88% of people saying, you know, maybe I should quit. That's 9 out of 10 people say, I don't want to be a mechanic anymore. And if they follow through, those 9 out of 10, or even 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, that's a lot of people. Now, you take that throughout years, 5 years, you're probably talking about 1 million, maybe more. And that's not counting for the people that are just saying, hey, I'm going to retire next year. I'm going to retire this year. I'm retiring 2 months from now. But that's where we are. For the younger mechanics, I think it's going to get a lot harder. And the old mechanics, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, and they know it. So they just got to hold out. It's going to be rough. It's going to be a rough 2025 for a mechanic. I'm predicting that. I hope I'm wrong, but if you're actually enjoying your life as a mechanic, I want to know in the comments. Please let me know. Say, hey, I think you're wrong. This is why I like my life as a mechanic. Or if you agree with me, type away. Give me a like. Say, hey, look, you're completely right. Or just call me an idiot. I like feedback. I like to comment on every video I have. So I love the engagement. I love you guys for being so supportive. And let's hope this channel grows. I want to get it out there. I love doing this. So thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next video.